There are no words. I have no idea what happened here. All I did was use words relating to my book.
Hello, my children. Welcome to another episode of Allisha Reviews. As you can see, I'm very well dressed up for this one. To fish this out of my old box set. So, Ash, you better freaking well appreciate this because it's boiling bloody hot here. I'm in a fucking habit. I literally can use the term warmer than a nun in a nun's habit. So, I read this. It's another one of the Smalls section. Yes, of course, I'm not going to miss out on another Smalls. Jesus, wow, you think I'm crazy? When is he going to put it in a book? Ash? But anyway, another great instalment where we follow Elizabeth, cousin of the Smalls, and some guy decides to send a Smalls woman, of all people, a dick pic. This dick pic then led to Elizabeth going all the way to meet this person, and you think, late night booty call. No, just no. Yeah, this ain't gonna end well. So she ends up meeting Seamus, who is a priest, hence the habit. And he's acting less than godly. But don't worry, I believe Elizabeth has a very interesting way of dealing with unsolicited dick pics, which I may support in the future. And I definitely, It involves a scalpel, missing eyelids, and a condom full of salt. Yeah, this woman is now my favourite Smalls. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Valentine, but these women take no shit, and that's why I love the whole selection, because these are strong, independent, well-developed characters, and Elizabeth is now my favourite. And as always, Ash leaves it on a cliff of Hangerage, where I'm like, okay. But he also mentioned another Smalls woman by name, so I'm like, okay, we've got another one coming in the future. So if you haven't already, don't know why you haven't already, it's 50p on Godless, get it! For the Lord has saith that Ash Ericmore is now our saviour, for I have joined the Ericmore congregation. Oh, it's 33 degrees. But I will do this because this book needs to be told to peoples. Okay. Two names you will have heard on my reviews quite a bit about. Ash Ericmore, Rayne Havok. This is their beautiful masterpiece together called Malefic. Now, just imagine, I'm going to settle it here, there we go, that a slasher film got jiggy with It Follows and then decided to have sexy time with a possession movie. That's this. It has all these telltale signs of a slasher movie, but it has so much more to it. So, chapter 1, you're lulled into a false sense of security with like a Camp Crystal Lake kind of style start. And then it's, oh good God, oh my God, look at all the violence, dear God, there's murder, oh my God, that was horrific. Oh, now let's go to present day, where the camp is being reopened after a horrific murder, and see where we go from there. Of course, these two work together amazingly for this book. I'm not going to lie to you, I found it really hard to put down when I was in hospital. If you've seen my posts, you know that I was literally just kind of losing it. I loved it so much. So you've got well-developed characters, amazing plot, well-paced story. I mean, it's just perfect in every way. And these two work really well together to make their writing styles match up so well. You got the telltale developmental kind of situation, the plot, the pace. You've got the telltale humour that Ash is famous for. You've got the gore in there. And then you've got Rayne Havok's amazing way of bringing in strong female characters and twisting character development on its ass, which she literally does with this, with characters like April and Jane. And basically shows the more animalistic side of humans. And this possession basically shows you how sex can be a seduction into violence. So sex and violence hand in hand. Loved the entire story. The ending was incredible. Guys, if you haven't picked this up already, it's on Amazon and Godless. Please don't forget to grab it.
Nah, we've been lazy. We need to do more reviews.
Stop it.
No, I wanted to do the one I really liked.
Fine, I will do the book you want me to do. Happy now? Right. So, AJ Spencer, here goes your book. Right. So this book follows Justin, Angus, Daniela, and Syria. I'm probably saying her name wrong, so I do apologise, AJ. This book, it's got so many different personality types in it, so much going on. It's literally the only like chapter 2 and 3 is like background, character development, getting to know the characters, Neil and Angus, Justin, and kind of getting the feel for them. After chapter 3, it all goes batshit, kind of like action, plot, gore, grisliness. There's no stopping it after that. You end up in a cemetery with Angus Justin. He's got this new job. He wants to make an attraction out of the cemetery, as well as like it's his job now, but there you go. And he decides, yeah, boys, let's go to this cemetery that has like this most horrific kind of reputation and go after midnight. So they end up in the cemetery and they bump into paranormal experts, Daniela and her team, and Sarah. And yeah, I love the idea that AJ did so much research into this book as far as the occult side of things was concerned. You can tell that he did a lot of research on old blessings and ways to banish. I also like the fact that he'd made his own banishment spell. That was quite interesting. I love how he moulded together supernatural with a gothic feel. It was a good story. It really did set up for a lot of eerie atmosphere. So when you got into the cemetery, when you went down to the furnace area and you realise, oh crap, the furnace is possessed, everything just goes completely batshit over that. Then you got the possessions, the night guard kind of turning to gooey squishy nuss.
Oh yeah, I love that bit. It's all good.
Go away, I know you like that bit, you gross human. Anyway.
Excuse me, I'm a possessed before you.
Sorry, it's a slip of the tongue. Anyway, I definitely enjoyed this book. It's a nice introduction to his work. I can't wait to see what he comes up with next. It will be interesting to see where he goes with this, because it looks like it's going to turn into a series with how it ended, and I am kind of curious to see what part 2 holds for the characters that remained. I'm not going to give too much. It's too damn hot creepy.
Duh, it's balls to the wall hot. I can't deal with this.
But we have to do these reviews.
For the fans! For the fans!
That's back to me, you little shit. Alright. Ready for the next one?
Of course, and I want to stick around for this one. I really liked it.
Yeah.
And also, a little less creepy. You might want to clean that off. There we go. Nope, actually, you look the same. It's just ugly.
Anyway, this one is one that really surprised me. Now, if you're a fan of Once Upon a Time,
Well, that's Hookazumi. Wow.
you will remember a character called Mr. Gold. If you're a fan of fairy tales, you'll know the story of Rumpelstiltskin. So imagine Rumpelstiltskin, but way more screwed up, way more messed up, horrifically gross. So Allisha McAdoo
McAdoo, doo-doo.
introduces us to Mr. Rumple through a series of, I don't know if we can call them victims.
Sacrifices.
That's not nice. Basically, we start the story, blood, gore, guts, you name it. Like, she pulls no punches. This girl knows what she's talking about when it comes to splatter horror. So, Mr. Rumple basically is very similar to the old school fairy tale where it's like trading what you deeply desire for kiddies, because, you know, Rumpelstiltskin stole kids. And in this one, he is a seductive, charming, sexy man. But underneath that, he is gross, disgusting, and just an animal who takes advantage of women, men in need. First story being a perfect example with Trash, who is a young girl who is dragged into the circus and she gets violently beaten, abused, you name it. That poor girl's gone through like Midori level abuse and she ends up going psycho, like Harley Quinn meets Patrick Bateman kind of psycho, as she starts going after her family members to find out the truth about her past and her real mom. Then you get the next one, which is about babies. Basically, this girl's bullied to hell and he promises revenge in return for carrying his babies. I'm not going to spoil any more for you, but this will just give you a taster of what you're in for. Behave creepy. It is an amazing book, and I have put a full review on my website that explains some of the little bits, but apart from that, oh boy. Okay, let's talk about Jasper Bark. So, Stuck on You. Loved it. And now I've heard a lot of recommendations about Bark, mainly from my friend Rayne, who has told me that this man is somebody I need really desperately. She's kidding. Story follows a very unlucky gentleman who gets struck by lightning, and it's during coitus that he gets struck by lightning. So he gets stuck to the lady that he is cheating on his lovely wife with. If this is not a cautionary tale for those who want to cheat on their spouses, I don't know what is. But this is gross, grim, and I mean, look at the artwork that's in this. It's a short story, but he's gone to so much effort to make it the way he has. It is insanely good, and the ending blew my mind. The ending was everything to me, so I will be picking up more of this stuff. I mean, Jasper just blew me away with this one, because I was just like, what the hell have I just read? Gross, grim, and I've got a tough stomach, and even I was going, that part. So if it's affected me to the point where I want to hurl in my mouth, kudos, Jasper, you really did a number on me. But I will be looking out for this gentleman's further work, because, oh my god, I feel like I've missed out. There are more people that I will be checking